Hi guys. So, who wants to do a recap of what happened last session for the audience? If indeed we have an
Sure.
audience.
Why not? We started off water elemental in our magical tiny hut. We beat it up, it disappeared. Then we did some exploring how one of the Allen retainers started having weird visions. Running around, September had to stop him. Oh good. We came out of the coral canopy, I guess I'll call it, into a meadow area where there was some of these weird brine dwelling creatures being attacked by mollusks. A huge fight broke out, a three-way fight between the mollusks, the weird creatures, and us. We got helped by a coral child that punched something to death.
There's a bit more to it than that, but yeah.
Yeah. Couldn't speak to them. September could. Their father was kidnapped or something, and it's a prophet, their dad, I believe. The kid took us to a downed spelljammer ship, the RAF Heartless, where we found a very haunting diary of the crew member killing each other and having hallucinations. And that the spelljamming helm is not there, the one thing that we need. So. And there's also a mysterious lockbox that is mentioned a lot.
We also realized that we had the directions of where we... No, or was that the time before last?
I think that was the time before last.
Yeah.
Because we started with the mouth baby last time.
Yeah.
The mouth baby.
Oh, baby. Yes.
And I think the kid's taking us to a temple now, it seems like. The coral child. Coral.
Yeah. So, you guys met a coral person named Koaat. Right? And Koaat said that you guys might be involved in some ritual that his father, Sybil, dreamt of or spoke of. Not really clear. And you guys went to the Heartless. You guys found the not the manuscript, the journal that Reginald Camelin wrote. And it's basically just a story talking about what their original plan was, to take some lockbox from one place to another. The other place is Glyph. And then they got shot out of the sky and were drifting down here. And something was messing with them. That was in the journal. Something was messing with them, and they couldn't do anything about it. Because they couldn't identify the source, so they couldn't make heads or tails of it. This eventually led to the death of most of the crew by the hands of the first mate and the captain. And then the first mate basically wanted to, self-annihilate. And the captain wouldn't allow it, killed the first mate, and then walked out into the ocean as soon as his will gave into whatever this entity was. So we don't know what's happening. We know that the helm is not on that part of the ship that you guys found. It's somewhere else. Apparently it's somewhere nearby, but Vicidian can't pinpoint it, which is a big problem right now. Because if he was able to pinpoint it, this would be null and void. But you guys are currently trying to make it to this temple that this kid has talked about. So, you guys start following this kid. And you guys start following him for... let's see... maybe an hour and a half, somewhere in there, as he's just going through these tunnels. And I'm gonna have everyone roll me a perception check.
I did goodly.
Well, at least Emery can see.
Alright, Adrian. So, you feel that something's following you. Like, you're looking behind, making sure that nothing is, like, right on your tail. And every once in a while, when you look behind, it looks like silt has been, like, moved behind you. Like, it goes up into the water, and then it starts settling back down, but it went down a different tunnel. And you, like, okay, maybe that was just a weird fluke. Do it again. Don't see anything. Do it again. Look back, and you see more of that silt kind of get raised up into the water. So something is definitely following you, but you do not see it.
I'm not catching it. We always have a telepathic connection, right? Because of Obsidian, is that right?
Yes.
I will telepathically tell the group something's following us. And maybe September should stealth behind us and try and see what it is? I don't know. I'll just tell them that something is trailing us. And to not be obvious.
Really? So something is trailing us. That is peculiar. I don't know what to do. You said you wanted me to do what?
Maybe if you
Good.
hide in a tunnel behind us and see if you can...
Oh yes,
I
yes.
don't know.
No.
Just be careful about that.
He could get caught, and then that would be really bad.
Yes, I could get caught, and that would be really bad. But you know, worse things have happened to me. I've been, almost killed by. Yeah, I can do that. It's not a problem. If I die, it's okay. I don't. This isn't like I have any friends or family left. Very well.
You see,
It'd be a
Koaat.
problem if something ends up pulling you like those things from before.
You
To
see
Koaat.
back. Yeah.
Telepathically, I could speak his language as well. I will tell him what's happening using my telepathic ring. But don't be obvious. Same thing. Same exact thing that he said. Yes, there's someone following us. Don't be obvious.
I'm going to duck into a tunnel and see if I can get behind it, whatever it is.
I was gonna say that only happens if it's within 60 feet of us. Still
you
got a radius.
All right.
And that's
So
a
you-
paragraph of gibberish.
Yeah, you guys start hearing this weird language in your guys' heads.
I will relay the message. It says they can go invisible, I will do this telepathically, by the way. He says they can go invisible, They only reveal themselves when they strike. Yeah.
I'm gonna pull out the head of that creature and show it to him and see if he thinks it's that. Because we have a head of a Brine Dweller.
Hey, what happened?
Imran is showing the coral creature, the coral boy, the head of the Brine Dweller, to just verify.
Okay, it's always. He says it's always those. There's one that is much larger than that. They call it three eyes, but its eyes are much larger and shine through the water. What the fuck are these things?
Yeah, they
It is
are
weird.
very interesting to say the least.
Annoying.
Oh, that too.
Ranger's gonna kick back about 30 feet behind Vasidian towards the backish of the group and just continue following the group, but with his eyes closed. And then, if that thing that is invisible gets within 10 feet of me, I'm going to use my action to shoot it.
Okay.
And I think that I will use my stealth and see if I can perhaps get behind it. Figure out where it is and get behind it if that's okay.
Okay. So you guys
The bait and stab.
start trying to like set up an ambush here.
Yeah, I leave myself slightly behind everyone, but still keep walking forward. But since I'm facing away from it, it doesn't know my eyes are closed. And then
Even
because of my blind fighting, I will be able to detect it if it gets within 10 feet of me and immediately shoot it.
Well, Vasidian doesn't even know where you are, September, so the bubble just collapsed. I'm kidding. So, you guys
Wow.
So, you guys start trying to hide in these tendrils inside of like this caved, dead coral, right? And you're just waiting. And waiting. And nothing's happening.
And I still see signs of it, like, trailing.
No.
Okay.
Remember, they can go invisible.
I
They
do
thought-
think it is funny about the air bubble, though.
Koaat
Even if
says,
September stealth's really good, there's just a pocket of air completely visible where he's stealthing.
you guys will hear Koaat like make a weird like noise in your head again, and then he's saying they saw us. They are smart. We've tried this before. We try to hide in the living coral stalks where they can't see us and ambush them. So they go in the living coral stalks. The only way we've been able to kill them. Huh. Interesting.
I mean, we've killed him in other places, so...
That's true, but I wonder why last time they were more forthcoming than they are this time.
Maybe because we do have that head, and we've proven ourselves that we can take them down.
Just make sure we don't
Well,
get
he mentioned
split
the
up
living
as a
coral.
team.
Maybe we should just continue moving instead of trying to ambush. Have one of us play as bait, and then just keep moving as normal. And if
I
they
don't
take
think-
the bait,
Yeah.
we
Just
snap.
make su-
Are we far from the temple? I'm just gonna look at Cree.
I don't know. How far are we, Cut? Yeah, we are.
How far?
He says if you've killed them before, they are watching to see your weaknesses. They did this to our warriors too. And then he says we are far still. Koaat, how far are we? When we start seeing the living stalks, we will be close. He's a kid, you gotta remember. He's not gonna tell us like miles and kilometers, anything like that.
Well, time. But, you know... they
Also, those
tell
might not
time
exist
by-
underwater. They might do it in knots.
It's darkness.
Yeah.
I don't know if he can. Do you have a time, Koaat? Like how long? Might be an elf that never sleeps. That is, you know. We're gonna keep moving. I would assume this conversation's while we're
Yeah.
moving.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I was saying. Everyone keep moving. Ranger's gonna hang back 30 feet, then just follow behind everyone, and then Mr. September is hopefully stealthing good enough in the general vicinity that if something strikes at me thinking I'm the weakest link, then we can double tap him off.
Yeah, he has no idea what a minute or an hour or anything like that would be, guys.
Okay. Well, we have to do what we have to do. We're going off of the information we have.
Yeah. Alright.
Okay, so you guys continue forward.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, you guys continue forward, and yeah, Imrin, you're seeing the wisps come up again as you guys continue forward. As
How
the
far
silt-
off are they?
They're trailing about 60 feet behind you.
I can magic missile these bitches if I can catch an eye on them.
Yeah, you need line of sight.
Yeah, I just need a perception roll that's higher than a 5.
Yeah.
Man. I actually
I
use
was gonna say, don't you have
inspiration.
to actually see them to be able to hit them with magic missile?
Yeah, you need to actually see them. That's the line of sight
Pretty sure
part.
it's target creature you can see. Well, yeah. But technically, as invisible, they can be in line of sight but not be seen.
Right, I can take a magic missile at a wisp and hope, and it should be able to hit, right? Like,
No, because you don't have anything to target if you can't see them.
I'm targeting the wisp. God
Oh,
damn.
it's just
You would
not a
hit the
creature,
sand.
sadly.
I attack the darkness.
Right.
Damn it.
Yeah, you
I
would be
am
hitting
now
like
Wizard of
sand and
Light.
stuff
Then
like
why'd
that.
you need to cast magic missile on the darkness?
Does anyone have an area of effect that maybe could work?
But I have a gun that can
actually-
shoot them if
have
they get within 10 feet of
fire?
me.
I
I
do.
was
I was gonna say, doesn't that counteract? Yeah, that counteracts invisibility, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I actually have something better. And it's a spell that I always have, and I didn't freaking realize. I'm gonna pass my hands over my eyes, and I'm gonna cast this, because Twilight Clerics always know it.
Hell yeah.
Dirty, let's go.
Okay. Do you have a pinch of talc? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't really go by this unless there's like an actual gold piece cost.
Cost.
All right. So your eyes start to the blacks of them turn white, and you look behind you. There's 5 of them.
What?
Yep, there are 5 of them following you guys, and they seem to be on the top side of the tunnel, kind of just crawling and using less of their tentacles. But every once in a while, it looks like they have to when the tunnels start to narrow a bit, they have to wait for you guys to go through, and then they have to go through one at a time. And that causes the tentacles to start spitting out the silt. But yeah, there are 5 of them following you guys.
I will use connection and say, there's 5 of them.
Okay.
And then I just kind of pause.
Was that tears I
People.
just heard?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Underwater tears.
Well, I guess we're in trouble. Well, if there's a way of surprising them or bettering our odds, that would probably be a good idea.
I got this.
And I think that
Tell me where they're at.
Other side, because I don't want to be alone. I don't want to die alone at the very least. Yes.
Well, you should probably get towards the front anyway. Tell me where they're at.
How many times can you do that? Because that's a great question, I think.
What, do you see invisibility?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't do that level. That's a high spell for me.
Yeah.
Maybe Koaat knows a good place to bunker in?
Well, just let me know where they're at, and I could probably take care of a few of them.
Yeah, because he has that blind fighting, so we can probably run up to him and see him immediate. Right? Is that the way that works, or no?
Yeah, if they're within 10 feet of me, I know where they're at, but if Imrian can give me a location, I have something that could possibly incapacitate one or more of them.
Ooh.
And you said that anytime we went through a tight tunnel, they had to kind of slow down, right, DM?
Yeah.
I'll kind of relay that and say maybe we should turn on them at a choke point. So they can't rush us.
Love that idea. Let's do it.
That makes sense. Yes, please. Hammeron, you do not cease to amaze me.
See if Koaat knows any tight tunnels. Looking at Kree. Well, not looking at Kree, just directing it at Kree.
Koaat, is there a tunnel that we can turn into really quick? Choke point, kind of? I don't know if you know what that is, but... A choke point is like a cutoff point where we can stop them. There are a lot of tunnels. Can you take us to one? We can... They have to slow down, so that's the idea. Is we're gonna try to...
A narrow tunnel? Maybe he'll understand that.
The smaller tunnel, the better. Pretty narrow. We're trying to slow them down in like one spot.
He brings you to a tunnel that's child-sized and Kree can't fit.
He says he doesn't know the area well. He just knows we're going in the right direction towards his house.
We'll just aim for the next tight tunnel then.
Yeah.
So I guess the plan is once we emerge out the other side, we turn on them while they're coming through.
He said this was all dead before I came out of the coral. That's interesting. How do you protect yourself, Koaat? Are you good, Trav?
Yep, I'm just writing.
Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Huh. He's looking for his dad who can see the future, I guess. He's not supposed to be out here. Doesn't seem like.
You guys hear in the tunnels this. And for Imrian, you kind of look back trying to figure out what's going on, and you see 3 of those Brine Dwellers start to retreat, but 2 of them continue following you.
But there's still 2 following?
Yeah. But 3 of them looks like they went back through the tunnels.
How far away are the other 3?
They're remaining within like 55, 60 feet away from you, and they're just climbing on the tunnel walls.
Oh, so they're not retreating, they're just falling back, but still following.
Yeah, two of them just stayed like same distance following you. 3 of them went back through the tunnels that you guys came from.
No,
That
but
was after
I'm-
we had that sound.
Yes.
Or that sound. That sound was ahead of us.
That sound was behind you guys.
Oh.
Oh.
Hmm.
Does the kid know what that sound was?
Yeah, you'll hear the kid start talking again in your guys' head, and he says that was 3 eyes. He called them from the brine depths. And then earlier he said the brine depths is a place where there's toxic water and we cannot get into it. And then brine come out of it at all the time.
If that's the case,
Then it's a
there's
good
2
thing
left.
that's behind us and not in front of us.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's weird. It's like there's a line between like a nice part of the sea and a bad part of the sea.
I'm gonna fairy fire the 2 that are left then, if the other 3 retreated. I'll
Okay.
just turn around.
So you turn around and launch the fairy fire. It's kind of weird seeing fire move underwater, but it does. It outlines them in purple and green. And with that, we are going to jump into initiative.
Yay!
They do get saved though. So that might.
Oh, that's true. That's true. That's true.
It is DC 16 dex.
Okay. And then 16 dex. Well, you see their bodies outlined for a moment, and then it looks like they move out of the range of the fairy fire, like they exit the radius, and they can no longer be seen.
Yo, this man just rolled 2 1s on advantage with initiative.
Damn.
I know.
That's good, though.
That's impressive.
So they made their saves. Yeah.
All right. Also, for those who were watching and have been watching for, well, since the first episode, Tech and Justin, who are playing Myron and Wookflu, are no longer playing with us, so they have been downgraded to retainers. So, everybody has a retainer. Who wants to take on one more retainer for Myron and Wookflu?
Oh, we're gonna take
I'll
on the
take
whole
one.
character? Oh shit.
I mean, they're acting like retainers, so they're not as difficult to deal with.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I'll take one.
All right,
I'll
which one do
take
you like?
Too, then.
Myron or Wookflu?
Who's the melee one? Right.
As far as I remember, they were both, like ranged guys, because one had a pistol, the other one had the blunderbuss.
Just give me Myron then. I'll
Alright.
figure it out.
So, bring in, and then, and then Wookflu would be orc free, and then whoop, bang. All right. Just so everybody remembers, retainers go at the end of your round, so just keep it in mind. All right. So what? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody's gone except. Let's see. Koaat needs to roll initiative. Natural 20. Okay.
Let's go, Koaat.
All right. So top of the round, mid-September. So for the purposes of this, just think of the tunnel as just a tube that you guys are down. They are 55, actually, because they moved. They're about 40-ish feet behind you. It's kind of tough to tell where they're at right now, though.
Okay. Am I still hidden from them? Do you want me to roll another skill check?
No, you are not hidden from them, just because you guys have been moving as you guys have been going through. When you guys tried to set up the ambush, you had the 30, but once you guys realized that they were watching you guys started moving. So you would have to re-hide.
Okay. Is it reasonable to think that I could get away with it? Get behind them?
To a point. The problem is that you don't know where they are. You know that they're down the tunnels, so you could try to get some semblance of cover from some of the coral on the sides, but it's not guaranteed that they won't see you.
Okay. What I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and hold my... Well, I can only hold my regular action. I can't hold my whole turn. You know what? I think I have something for this. I'm sure I do. What do I have in my inventory?
My mind immediately was like, flour!
I wish I had
Pocket
flour.
sand!
That would work so well. Code of useful items. No. I don't think anything useful would be out of that. You know what? I am going to take a oil flask out of my bag of holding, light it on fire, and throw it, hopefully hitting one of them and setting them on fire.
Okay. So, roll me... Roll me
Luck check.
Roll me an attack.
Okay.
Because I think I have a good idea of how to handle this one.
Would be
'Cause
dex,
this one's-
right?
This would just be whatever your thrown ability is. So it would be strength plus proficiency.
So probably just the same as my dagger throwing. And I did poorly.
Alright, you throw. Whoosh. You see a little bit of like a fire burst come in before the water comes in and consumes it. Did not hit it.
Okay, I'm going to drop back and manifest my blades and hold. I don't have an action to hold, but I guess that's my turn.
Alright.
Unfortunately.
Is going to hide behind Basidian. Kree.
Alright, so, if I drink the potion of fire breath, can I breathe fire in the direction they were in?
Yes, but
Question
that's like a
for the DM.
15. That's like a 15-foot cone, and you know they're about 40 feet out-ish.
It says within 30 feet of you.
Okay. Does it say anything that says that you can see or anything like that?
It says exhale fire at a target within 30 feet of you.
You cannot see the target.
So it's like, hopefully, like, in a line that I'm hitting them, right? Does that
So
make sense?
what it's saying is you have to hit a target, so it shoots this fire onto one person.
Gotcha. So can I try to shoot within the 30 line where they used to be?
Here's what I'll do. Because it's not meant to work this way, but I see what you're going for. So here's what we'll do. Which one would you be going for? We'll just say the left and the right one, because they look like they split up.
Whichever one I'm closest to, so I'll probably be on the, we'll just say left. I'm fine with left.
Okay. So, what is the saving throw on that? I'm just going to say that they have advantage on this.
DC 13.
DC 13, Dex, Strength?
Dex, sorry.
Dex. Okay. Now, what does the rest of it say? Does it say save for half?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage.
I can't target them, so you'll have to do it.
Yep, I already got it taken care of. Alright. Okay.
Hopefully it'll light them up a little
I need to check out a spell here. Okay, so you hear one like make a hissing sound, but that's it.
Ooh, can we get a perception to know where that square is?
Okay, I'm gonna put you guys on a map here because I have it. So why not put you guys on here? All right. So right there. I know that Obsidian is like right here. Oh gosh. Oh my god. Okay.
King Alien.
This, remove, and then exit drawing mode. Cool. Okay. And then Kree would be like right here. You right here. And then
Are they up or down? From us on this map.
North.
Okay.
East south.
Because
this direction.
All right.
Koaat actually is hiding behind Visidian.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point.
Bam, bam, bam.
Good observation.
Got our ranger on there. And then get
It would be
Ooh.
over here.
Emrian on here. And then all of our retainers. So. Oh. Show, and show. Cool.
These squares are weird.
Yeah.
They're like double squares.
Okay, now that we got everybody on the map, Kree, it looks like you hit one, like, you kind of like aimed right down here, and it seems like it got one of them pretty close to Iron Star here.
Okay, sounds good. Is there a way that Wook Flu would be able to, or Al would be able to locate the square to take a shot, or no?
Well, let's see. Let me go ahead and look up the retainer rules here, because I don't remember if it's a hit or if they need to, if they fail a save. So I don't know if it's an attack roll or not. So that's why we got the rules.
No worries, sorry. Sorry to. What are you doing?
Who's one attacking. Your PC hits an enemy. You're following. Yep. Okay. So, what would Hal be able to do? Because I don't think he has any actual offensive abilities.
No, Hal wouldn't, but like Wook Flu could take a shot with the pistol.
Well, the way that works is that since you dealt damage, and you hit and dealt damage, he just deals damage.
Oh, that's right. I forgot we went to that. Okay. So
for 13.
that'll be piercing for him.
All right. So you breathe fire, and Wook Flu fires off his pistol right down the way, and you see more of that tealish, glowing like blood starting to pour out, which is definitely a good indicator of where this thing is at. It's about right here. But that could change.
Good shot, Wook Flu. And that'll be
Thanks.
me.
Oh. All right.
Either
see
of them
that-
get within 10 feet of me?
Yes, one crawled on the ceiling
shot.
above you.
If it was within 10 feet, I shoot it.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack.
Because I have been holding my action to shoot any of them this entire time I've been baiting.
With a 12, that's a no-go. So this thing starts like scrambling on the roof of this tunnel, and you fire off a shot, but it just starts bolting over towards Kree, gets within 5 feet of Kree, and then tries to wrap him in its tentacles.
Yikes. Of course, 18.
27. Alright. So these tentacles wrap around you, and you take 11 points of damage as it just holds you, and you are grappled. Alright, Visidian. Okay. Well, this one does not succumb to the ray that it shot out, so Visidian can do nothing. Ironstar. Ironstar, you kind of, with your blind sight, you feel one coming towards you. Within 10 feet.
Oh. Alright. But I will move 5, 10, 15, 20. Get all the peoples in my aura. My aura things. What a paladin do. And then I will double shot this guy again.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. You got the gunslinger thing, so no disadvantage for being within 5 feet. Critical hit. Nice shot.
Alright, first shot. The big D's.
Damn.
Not really.
Alright, so you rolled a little bit low. This thing just got here, so you kind of walk up to it. As soon as it wraps its tentacles around Kree, you put your pistol up to it. Pow! You shoot it, and you see like a piece of its skull kind of chips off of its head, and it looks over at you, and its eyes start to glow.
Shoot it again.
Alright, 16 will be a solid hit. For another 9.
Don't worry, guys. I'll do more damage next level.
Alright, this time you hit it in like its shoulder, and it starts bleeding out a bunch of blood, just like it was before. It looks to be doing pretty okay so far, though.
Yeah, I just wanted to get over here to spread my aura to my friends.
Alright. Just a second.
Wait a minute. I don't think my aura's working. Free doesn't have my friend aura.
Then I did it
Look,
wrong.
I'm still hurting. Still hurt.
I say I have it, but I don't see it on any of the people I just walked near. Or I guess Visidian has it? It just says from aura save 5.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not gonna list like AOP
No.
on
Kree
theirs?
has it.
No, it's not gonna
Yeah,
do
okay,
the TOP. That's just for you, so you know what you're getting, or what ability you have. So AOP.
Okay.
So yeah, it's
Yeah,
working.
well, because I
Good.
saw the from aura air bubble, but I didn't see from aura AOP. That's why I was confused.
Yep, no problem.
For like the air bubble, it listed as the air bubble itself. But yeah, no, all good then.
Okay,
And then I
this-
end my turn.
This one. Well, Ironstar, you feel this one coming up behind you,
Yeah, how's it going?
and it starts to wrap its, or tries to wrap its tentacles around you. 27. Ooh. For 16 points of damage, and you are grappled.
Alright.
Alright, Emrian.
Let's get up to around there. I'm going to use Call of the Void on the one on the left. See if I can. You little.
It is okay. It doesn't even hear it because it's too focused on trying to get its next meal.
In that case, bonus action, I will pull
Doesn't
out my
hear it. They don't have
accretion
ears.
disc. So accretion disc is going to try and hit it. Come on, natural 20.
Alright, so this one, I want you to roll me a medicine check on because now that you're within 5 feet of one, and you can see it plainly, and it's within the light, there is something to be gleaned with a medicine check.
Okay. There you go, before I roll damage.
Okay.
19 medicine check.
They have lungs.
They have what? Lungs?
Yep, you can see through their skin, and they have lungs. And on their face, they have gills. Alright, but your accretion disc
So they
does
can
hit.
probably... Okay. And it should automatically crit the damage, yeah?
Let's see. Yes. Yep, it will.
Ooh. Yeah, 14 force damage.
Alright, so your accretion disc comes around and cuts into it, and more of this blood starts to spill out of it. You're thinking that the reason why you didn't notice that before is just because as soon as you see these things, you guys are just laid into them, but now that you're right next to one, not hit by anything, you're able to see through it, and it has lungs. Alright, is there...
How do I open the retainers again? Just
you-
double-click them.
You double-click them on the map.
It's not working. I can't get Catalyst. It says... Can't open linked character record because you don't own it.
There you go.
Oh, there we go. And which
Yeah.
one's Myron again? I need to...
Hal's having
He's the one
same
next
issue.
to him.
The hippo.
Can you open Myron for me? Yeah. I will just automatically do the damage to the same one because they're just gonna gang it.
Okay.
And they automatically hit.
Yep, so they just deal damage.
Signature. Yep. So to you, gonna be stabbed and then gonna be shot with a blunderbuss.
So this one, he's gonna have to move here. And then,
That's all good. They'll move around.
okay, and then Myrick basically stay where he's at. Unless you wanted to back him up.
No, he'll stay there.
Okay.
That's it. Oh my turn.
Alright. Brine Dweller. The Brine Dweller is going to target Kree, target Imrian. So these two eyes are going to glean and look over at both Kree and Imrian, and you guys are going to see those three eyes in your guys' vision again. However, you guys are basically fine, so you guys only take half of this. So 5, and you are not stunned. However, unfortunately for Kree, since you are still within this thing's grasp, you do take the poison damage from its skin. Imrian. You hear, Mitch?
Yeah. Oh, this initiative thing makes it weird. I literally just had my turn.
Yep.
Same one. Let's set up. I'm gonna use solar flare on it. So I'm gonna look over Einstar's shoulder and just shoot a flare at it.
Okay.
So there we go.
It is okay.
Ooh, success. They're doing well. Spiritual weapon again, bonus action.
Okay.
Actually, I need to do a con save because it's concentration now, right? Spiritual weapon, and then you were.
Were you hit by anything? Oh yes, you were. So yeah,
I
it
was,
should have
but
already
I'm
rolled
also
it.
in an. Don't think it did. I also get the aura, so I think I'm fine. But I just did it anyway.
Oh yeah, you're right. It just doesn't have the concentration bit on there.
I'll have to have that in. Accretion disc coming in, same Brine Dweller. Doesn't hit, unlucky.
Does not hit. Alright. But your retainers can make an attempt to attack it.
Why did I shut their sheets down? I shouldn't have done that. I can't get them back.
No? Not even double clicking on them?
No.
It's weird. Okay, let me find them. So
Just right-click them and minimize, and then you can keep them up on the side.
Emrian, and then Sir Myron. Here he is. Boom.
So Catalyst will attempt to dab first.
Right, that'll be a hit.
16 is a hit, so gonna pierce for 6 damage. I assume it's still alive, so we'll go for
It is still alive. So with the blunderbuss, because Myron is within 5 feet, it would be at disadvantage.
Does it
And
know to roll that? Probably not.
No, you'd have to click the button on the bottom left-hand corner where it just says disadvantage. Doesn't matter.
Alright, 2d10 plus 5 piercing. Ooh.
Damn, nice. Alright, that blunderbuss immediately shoots into this thing's stomach, and you just see bleeding coming out all over the area, especially over on Kree. Just coating Kree with all this blood. But, Kree,
Yep, all good, I am done.
the grip of this thing is weakening by a lot. Alright, so this thing is going to claw into Iron Star. Okay. For 18 points. Just takes its 2 large claws and just starts rending down your chest. And because of its toxic skin, that toxin starts seeping into your wounds. And it's painful. But you already took the poison damage, so you don't have to worry about it again. Alright. Koaat. Gonna go right there. Mr. September. It does not appear that these things have seen you. They are focusing on the vanguard here, on this front line.
Okay, so I am hidden. I am going to go ahead and throw my first psychic blade at the one nearest to me.
Okay.
So the Brine Dweller, 18.
Go ahead and roll another d20 because you would have had advantage because of the being
I
hit.
forgot about.
Just in case it was a
Forgot
natural
about
20. That's all. Okay. It
Understood.
still hits. For 7 points plus your 3d6 for sneak attack.
Didn't I?
Let's see, this is on 18 over here.
Why did I not think to put that on?
Alright.
Anyway, so his second offhand attack he'll make with his other blade. He would not have advantage on this one because he's hidden, no longer hidden. He's attacked.
Correct. Alright. Perfect.
And this amount of damage.
Alright. So you emerge from, like, this tendril that's kind of covering most of your body. Easy to do since you're such a thin and lithe gentleman. And you just immediately jump out and throw 2 daggers, and it, like, goes straight through this Brine Dweller. And you see that some of the organs within its translucent skin start to burst and bleed from within.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, well, yeah, it is psychic damage. Cool beans. And I am having the same trouble with
Weird. Okay.
my character that everybody else is. That's what I needed. So let me see if I can move him. I cannot.
Weird.
I would move him into Kree's space
Like,
and attack the creature from there,
okay.
trying to get him to release.
Well, since you hit, she hits, so you just deal damage.
Excellent. Okay.
13.
Well, I see how that could have worked better. Okay.
All right, so she reaches forward and starts to like take her jaw and bite into the tentacle and just rend it off. This thing is looking really, really bad, but unfortunately, due to the lack of space, she has to back up.
That's fine. Is Kree freed yet?
No, unfortunately.
Worth a try.
Thanks for the try, man.
You're welcome, guy.
All right, Myron, no. This guy, no. Basidian. All right, we're gonna try this again. Let's put it on the other one. Natural 1. All right. So this one has this ATK for 10 rounds. All right. Well, that one worked on that one. So the Brine Dweller on the right, the one that is least damage, has disadvantage on attack rolls against you guys. Okay, no go. Iron Star. Iron Star, you are currently grappled by this thing, and it is rending you apart. What do you want to do?
Yeah, that's fine. Iron Star just says, "Nah, not today, friend." And then he puts his fingers to his head, and I'm gonna be over here.
All right, let me remove
Using my bonus action for Starlight Step.
All right, you poof, jump over there, and you are no longer grappled. So I took that off of you.
Yep. And then, as he gets over there, he'll take a deep breath. He'll spin his pistol on his finger for a bit. He'll blow on the tip of it, and some sparkles come out of his mouth and cover the tip. He'll aim it at the one on the right.
Okay.
Then aim up above between both of them, and I'm going to shoot behind them and cast a second level sleep.
Oh, interesting. All right.
So I am going to roll 7d8 and see if they get knocked out.
Let's see if it should be 68, right? Or is it 2d8 per spell slot?
Yeah, I think it's 5d8 plus 2d8 per spell slot. Let me drag the thing over. Yeah, starts at 5d8, then an additional 2d8 per spell slot.
Yep, that's awesome. Cool.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oop. I'll just knock out the
31.
last one. Because it's supposed to be 78.
7, yeah.
So, I'll just knock off the
Stuff.
8 on the end, so that picks 23.
Of course you knock off the 8, huh? Of course. No, I'm just kidding.
It's just the last number. Alright, this one is unconscious. Oh.
Hey, does that mean he drops me? Wait,
Yes,
what?
it does. It means you are no longer grappled.
Hey!
And the other one has way too many hit points. And nobody is in the single digits, so... Okay.
I was hoping to roll better, but my roll was bad.
Alright, where is Creed?
Yeah, one of them is out for... Oh yeah, this one, let me put the effect on it.
Oh, I already got unconscious on it.
Okay.
Although I didn't put the minute on there, so there we go. Perfect. So that one is currently unconscious. You guys see that this thing, like, lazily lets Kree go as it's bleeding out inside the sea.
Focus on the one that's still up.
Alright, do you want to have Repthor do anything?
Considering I didn't hit, can he just make a normal attack as normal?
Yep, he can move and make a normal attack.
Alright. Move him there.
Okay.
Move him where I was.
And then let me go ahead and... I think everybody's having this problem, so I'll just drop him on you.
I already have the thing open.
Oh, cool, okay.
I don't close mine, I minimize everything.
It's a good
You should
practice.
open. Can you give it to me though? I need Hal.
Now the question is, does clicking something make him do a thing? Because I'm not seeing any, like, attack buttons like I would normally click.
So...
And
Perfect,
drag
thank you.
the text as a dice roll.
Yeah, the dice,
Oh,
the
okay.
hit 11, all that stuff. You just hover over it, it'll highlight, and then
Tag
just
it.
drop it on whoever you want to hit. Since this thing is unconscious, I think you get a critical hit. Let me check. So, incapacitated.
Oh, he's hitting the one that's still up.
Gotcha. Alright, so just drag those damage dice over on the one on the right. Oh, he doesn't need to worry about the attack, just the damage.
What does he need to attack? Because I didn't hit an attack, or does he just get free damage anyways? 'Cause
I don't
I thought
know.
it was only if I hit.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm thinking that. Yeah, you're completely correct. Alright, so Raptor moves forward, pulls out his longsword, attempts to strike this thing, but this thing twitches out of the way and avoids his strike.
And then he'll use his bonus action on it to challenge it.
Alright. Challenge to an adjacent creature for 1 minute. That creature attempts to attack a target other than Revthur or tries to move away from Revthur. Revthur immediately makes 2 attacks. That's really cool. Alright. Kree.
Okay, so you gave me psionic stun. Is that a bonus or is it a action or?
That is an action.
Oh, it is an action. Okay. So, I'm actually just gonna do magic missile then.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do 2d4.
Are you sure?
I only have so many spell slots right now. That's why.
Got your
I
greatsword.
have. That's true.
Yeah.
Let's hope I hit. All right, let's try it. Fuck it.
All right, you have
27.
advantage because it's unconscious. Hey! First hit of the game with your greatsword.
Okay, so then I'll do booming blade on that.
So just to advise you, I would recommend actually using green flame blade because you can target the other Brine Dweller with the damage.
Okay.
Not to
So-
control your character, but that way you get used to using both of them at the same time.
You just drop it together. How does that work?
So the way that green flame blade works, so in order to hit this guy, hit the little effect one, and then just deal damage. And then on the other one, take the little damage die and drop it onto the other one.
Nice. So there's that. Click that, and then here's this. And
For 18 points. Alright, how did this one die, Michael?
that's a great question. So I think he's just probably gonna come down with the greatsword, and it's not gonna be green. It's just gonna become like a blue, like electric flame, and then he's just gonna cut him straight in half, all the way through, and then you'll see the flame try and hop over to the opposite side to get number 18.
Alright. So, gonna get rid of him. That's cool. I haven't seen that one before.
That is really cool. I'll give you like a little blood splatter. And then how do I jump it over to the other guy?
Alright,
Sorry.
you're gonna see a little damage one. So you see where it's like the red teardrop thing?
Yeah.
Grab that and drop it on the other Brine Dweller. Boom.
Boom. Okay. Sorry about that.
Nope, you're good. It's first time using that spell since... First time you've hit something with the greatsword. I mean, I felt so bad throughout like these last few weeks because you just haven't been able to hit, and I'm like, damn, he's cool, but worth nothing if you can't hit. All right, so you see this one get cut in half, and that like electric fire spread over and like cut into the gills of this other Brine Dweller, and you are free. So if you want, you can move about.
And then I'm just gonna move. So I think this. Wait, I don't know which one's Whoop. There he is. He's back here. Okay, so he's actually in perfect line of range to hit him. So Whoop Flu's gonna take a shot at him because I haven't hit 18.
All right, so since you hit with your greatsword, you just deal damage with Poop Flu on the other Brine Dweller.
Oh, okay. Okay, sounds good. Boom. Dropping damage on him.
All right.
There's another 8. And then Hal, sorry, I have a three
Nope,
turns.
you're good.
Hal will look over, and then he will heal Iron Star because he looks like he is in the worst shape so far with a max. Kablam!
Nice. Iron Star's fine, but I'll take it.
All right, you are
And
feeling.
that will conclude my round.
Yep, you are feeling better. All right, next one up. So, what is he gonna do? He's currently got the challenge from Ruther right now. So, that's exactly what he's gonna do. He's gonna go after Ruther. All right, that's gonna be a hit for 13 points. And then gotta check his speed here. Okay. 5, 10, 15.
Oh, is it
20,
moving?
25, 30, 35.
Well, as it's doing that, it's going to get stabbed twice.
Absolutely.
Because
Go
it
ahead.
attempted to move away from him.
Yep. He knows that, but his pal died, so he's like, I'm not sticking around for this. So 19 will hit. For 13 points.
And then the second one.
16 will hit. For another 7 points. So Repthur, like a samurai, takes his long sword and just cuts into this thing twice, super quick. But this thing's just bolting. He's just trying to escape. No dash action because it made the attack, but that looks to be its plan. It does not want to stick around. Obsidian. Ah, okay, makes sense. Fails. Okay. So you see this thing starting to like fly down the tunnel, and then it just stops as Obsidian hits it with a telekinetic ray and stops it in its tracks. It is not incapacitated, so I need to remove that from him. Right? It's not incapacitated. Let me read. Or until the mind witness is incapacitated. So it's just messing up on the thing. So yeah, it doesn't have the incapacitated condition. It's just restrained. So its speed is 0. That's all it can do. Mr. September, what would you like to do?
So basically, if I went up and hit him right now, I would get advantage.
Correct. You just gotta get up to him.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you don't need to get up to him if you can throw.
That's true.
So I'm going to throw one of my psychic blades at it.
Alright. Nice solid hit.
And add my sneak attack to this one. Why didn't it add the sneak attack?
I see it. I don't know why it's not adding. Let me check your thing here.
I'll just go ahead and roll it.
Okay. So, let's see, 6, and then another 9.
And I will go ahead and attack it with my second psychic
Natural
blade.
20. Damn. Should have saved your sneak attack.
Yeah, but you know,
Alright, this thing...
you don't get to choose that.
That's true. This thing's looking really, really bad. And it's like letting out like this hissing sound, but that is all it can do. Do you want to bring Ikna up, or are you gonna leave him there?
I think I might bring Igna up with, he has a signature attack, invulnerable. I don't think that he would be able to, or she would be able to reach him, would she? She only has a movement of 30.
Yeah, not with that. Because she would have to
Yeah,
dash,
no.
and that would use her action, which she uses to attack.
Right. Well, you know, there's the 15 foot for bonus action roll. if we're still using
That's
that.
true. That's true. You can choose to have her run.
Yeah, have her use her bonus action to run and then attack.
All right. So you guys start to see. Getting at the distance. You guys start to see Ikna like push Kree and Wookflu out of the way and just starts running towards this Brine Dweller. Go ahead and roll the damage for Ikna.
Scary.
Okay.
I like a chase.
Not
However,
that great.
the damage is less than stellar. It's probably because it's like just the tentacles. So she's just chewing on like raw calamari at this point. But still,
Is it possible for her to use her frenzy ability? Or no?
she would have to make the other 2 attacks.
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Second one, she's just tearing into more dead flesh. However, the third one, it looks like she pulls the Brine Dweller toward her and like starts using her snout, opens up its chest and starts like chewing on its insides. And that thing dies. And we are out of initiative.
Now, please, remind me never to piss you off.
She immediately
Wow.
pulls her like head out of the body and looks over at you, and you just see that her snoot is completely covered in just this blood, and out of her jaw is hanging like one of the lungs of this thing.
Tasty. I'll be going now.
Good to know they have lungs. You could probably put them in an air bubble and they'd probably die.
Well, the fact that they have lungs means that if we put them in an air bubble, they will live. And still be able to attack us. I think that's the point. They're amphibious. Although that's out of character, my character would have to roll a
Like a nature check or something
check
like that.
to know. Yeah, well, my character is pretty smart, but still, you know, nature is not necessarily his thing. Neither is medicine.
We should get moving in case the other 3 return.
But how would they get to the surface?
Well, yes, let's get moving.
Okay. So you guys start moving, and
Slap
you
myself.
guys continue moving for another few hours, maybe an extra 2 or 3, and you guys are hitting the point where you guys are starting to get tired. You guys have been through 2 whole large, well, not necessarily large, but rigorous combats, and you guys need to long rest. You guys can continue trotting forward if you guys would like to, but it is over the 8-hour mark, so you guys would start taking forced marches again.
Bree, could you ask our coral friend if how much further it is?
Hi, coral friend. How much further is it? Who has a name?
Koaat. Koaat.
Coral. Okay. Hey, Koaat. How far? Wait, what was the question? Oh, kid says my name is Koaat, and your guys is here.
Koaat, I apologize. I was the one who actually got your name the first time. Yes. Yes, just how much further? Because if we sleep, it may be problematic, but it sounds like it feels like we may need to. I'm tired. But if it's just an hour away, then we should keep going.
He says we're still a pretty good distance away.
Right.
How about we go for the same setup as last time? There's no more
Yes.
night terrors. I guess we'll look for another alcove, GM, to set up the hut.
Koaat says that there's some domes that he normally hides in.
Oh. Even better.
So you guys go.
Sounds good.
Okay, so you guys start following Koaat, and you guys get to an area that looks like these coral people had built structures out of the coral, including like doors. So you see Koaat trying to open one, and this kid, like the kid is like maybe knee to hip height, depending on the size of the person that you are. So it's not quite working out for him because there's just a bunch of silt that's piled onto the front of the door.
Well, I'll try to open the door.
No, we'll actually try to help.
So you guys start pulling on the door, and yeah, it's just a bunch of silt in the way that's more annoying than anything. Once you guys get it open, you can see that there's actual floor here that's built out of the coral, right? And it's been flattened, and it looks like made. Like, not like tile, but like an actual floor, not just silt. And you see Koaat go inside, and says that.
This is it.
Okay.
We can hide here, but those things might be able to get through the door. I'm gonna
Something in
put
front of it.
alarm on the door, Travis.
Okay.
Is there anything that we could do to the door besides put an alarm on it that would secure it by any chance?
Probably. What I can do here.
Is there any furniture in the room?
Let me see.
Actually, what am I thinking?
Kind of. So it looks like most of the furniture is embedded into the dome itself. So there looks like benches, for lack of a better term, and there's these little small like one-person alcoves in some of the supports in this dome, but not exactly humanoid friendly. It looks to be more suited for them.
I'm going to take out from my bag of holding a hammer and a set of 10 spikes, iron spikes, and I'm going to iron spike the door closed.
Also, Ranger slaps some cure wounds on him and Kree.
Okay. You hear Visidian say, "Do you think it is a good idea for me to create the air bubble in this room?"
Can we all fit in the room?
Yeah, the dome itself is maybe, I'd say, 20 feet in diameter, so there's enough room in there to fit most of you guys.
I don't know if
including
the
Visidian.
boy can breathe.
I don't know either. That's why I'm asking.
I will ask him.
Does he know what air is?
Wait a second, isn't he already in the air bubble?
No. So I have like the aura going on, but that just applies to any ally, so that's just a product of Fantasy Grounds. Visidian hasn't been putting it around him at all because they live down here, so...
He doesn't know. I would say better safe than sorry. Just not try it.
Okay.
Well, the first thing that he could do is stick his hand into the air bubble, and if that doesn't hurt, then maybe
but-
step in and put his head in and see if he can take a breath.
What benefit the whole room getting air versus just the way we're doing it now?
That's true. You know what? You're right. And when you're right, you're right.
Okay. So, do you guys decide to take the long rest?
Yes.
Okay. Who's going to be
Yeah.
on
Unless-
watch?
Slap some healing or some lay on hands on September and Imrian.
Okay.
use
Catalyst, of
one
course,
buff up?
does not need to sleep, so he can continue to doing what he's been doing, taking up all the watches.
And since we're inside, he's safe now.
Yeah, I think
Does the
with
kid
the
sleep?
alarm and the door pretty much tapped shut, it should be okay.
Also, after
Alright.
4 hours, he'll have Imrian with him anyways.
True. So it's probably okay not to set up watches. Unless Emrion has another dream.
The guy we die.
Yeah.
Just
That
everyone
would suck.
sleep within 10 feet of me. Oh wait, that won't work. Never mind.
Didn't realize you wanted to be so cuddly. I'm really not a touchy-feely type, though. I'll have to keep my distance, actually.
My aura doesn't affect anyone when I'm sleeping anyways.
Okay.
Yeah, well.
All right. Well, Catalyst doesn't need to sleep, so he'll be the one on watch. Because what else is he gonna do? And the rest of you
Obsidian
guys,
also will be on watch.
right? All right. So you guys start sleeping into the night. Okay. So you guys are starting to drift off into sleep, just like immediately when you guys start trying to get sleep. And you hear Vasidian say, "Help! Help! Help!" And it looks like, as soon as you guys start waking up and looking around, Ikna is moving towards Vasidian with her claws.
Oh,
What do you guys
great.
do?
Oh shit!
Oh, she's got a taste for the tentacles, so now she wants his.
That's pretty.
God.
Well, I guess Mr. September would leap to his feet and say, Ikna, if you don't stop, we'll have to hurt you.
And then as he's
Snap
doing
out
that,
of
I'm
it.
just going to do this since I can target her.
Yeah.
And then see what happens.
Okay, she fails. All right, so you see
She's
her
held.
moving forward, and then she. What does your hold person look like as a paladin?
I just command her to stop while holding my hand out, and like the commanding presence just makes her stop in place. That kind of dealio.
I'm gonna try to get into her head. Same way that we tried to do it with Imrian when that bullshit was going down.
Okay, roll me an intelligence saving throw.
Okay, let's do it. Can I do Arcana?
For this, no, because it has nothing to do with magic.
Damn, I tried. intelligence. There we go. Let's go.
Okay, so you reach into her head using lock, and as soon as you do so, you see Locke right next to you. He has his hand on your shoulder, and it's an illithid for sure. It's an illithid that looks exactly like Lord Flynn did. And he says, first time? And you start looking forward into this like black abyss, and it looks like water, and you see Ikna like falling in the water. And then behind her you see three eyes. Three yellow eyes, very large, maybe about the size of like a car, stacked on top of one another.
Ooh, interesting. I'm going to try to
Hold up.
make an Alioth. Okay, alright, sorry. Good.
And that is what you hear.
Oh, Jesus. Is there a way I can message you back with this, or how does that work?
I think
I'm gonna
it's like
say
/R.
It's fine. I'm just gonna say, looking for a piece or a half of a boat.
Looking for a piece or half of what?
Koaat.
Koaat. A boat?
Yeah.
Why are you looking for a boat?
No, I don't even know who Aos is.
You can roll me a religion check.
Okay. So, I have a +7 on religion, so
Okay.
I'm +8. I forgot I got a
So,
+1.
Ao is also known as the Overgod. He's also known as like an uncaring god. He's known for creating like all of the crystal spheres and everything that's living inside them, including the gods inside them.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So he's like an Odin type figure or a Zeus. Except he doesn't care as much as Odin and Zeus do.
I will say back to it, I do not serve Ao, nor does anyone in my group. Now release Ikna.
You guys start to hear this loud voice boom, and it's speaking in a weird language, and you guys can't quite make it out. Imrian, you're able to make out what it is. It is... the common people call it deep speech, but you and Kree know it as Aklo.
Who is X?
See this as well outside of the interaction.
Yeah, like it just starts like emanating.
We do not plot against.
God's name.
Does it seem like it's let go of Ikna so far?
No.
Crap.
And you guys start to see Ikna throwing up water.
Oh god, not again.
Oh boy, another mouth baby to kill.
So
Can I reach out? and cast something on Ikna.
Yeah, what do you want to try to cast?
Protection from good and evil, and I'm gonna try and push this thing out of her, if it's one of those creatures.
Okay. So,
That's the spell, yeah.
I forgot to hit the advantage button. Alright. You guys... Kree, inside this place, you hear, like, Ikna give out a yell, and it looks like this whole watery, like, vision that you're looking at begins to become more turbulent, and water's, like, bashing Ikna left and right. But the vision remains.
It's concentration, so she'll have that for 10 minutes.
I will ask Locke for advice. On like how to help her.
Okay.
Who is X and why do you plot against? Who is X and why do you plot against us? Do you guys know who X is?
X-A-X?
No, but I have a feeling he's going to give it to us.
Then who? This is what he says. He's saying, he asked me what we're doing here. He's saying something about AO. He's saying AO's far too late to stop what's coming. And then he says, I told him that we're just looking for the boat, and he's saying we're deceivers. He's saying he'll kill her if we don't tell him what's going on, but I don't understand.
Yeah, I would try to use persuasion, but I don't know this character's this language, so you know.
I mean,
I don't understand a word it's saying. Everything keeps talking in gibberish speak.
Alright, that's
Yep.
what Locke says.
wait.
Not identify, identity.
X was mentioned in the letter. Okay, so let's go to the letter and find. Alright. Okay.
Okay, the letter 2.
Kirau? Whoever this X is, he sure is very interested in you. Oh, this is... Oh, shit. Okay. We're just trying to get to Toril.
Just tell it we don't even want to be down here. We just want to get a ship and leave.
Alright. Kree, roll me an intelligence saving throw.
Shit. Okay. I rolled and got an 18 and it didn't pop up. I'll just
There it
roll
is.
again. Here we go.
Alright.
Wait, did my 18 show up or is it? Okay.
I see it, it's a 7. Okay. So, Kree,
You didn't get my +5.
well, 12 in that case.
Yeah.
So, Kree,
Is it a mind affecting thing?
it is a mind affecting thing.
I have a ring of mind shielding.
Okay. Go ahead and roll again.
Okay.
Because I'm going to give you advantage on this. Because you're melded with Ikna's mind here. Okay.
Oh well.
So, you see... Actually, let me go ahead and just... Because you're going to be the only one that sees this.
Oh, maybe the aura's not updating because we're not in initiative anymore.
Yeah, that could be.
I was gonna say I moved myself way far away and Imrian still had it.
Hey. So, this is what you see in your mind when whatever this creature is melds with your own.
Wait. Am I still like puking? Am
You're
I
not
puking
puking
water
anything.
at this point? Oh, okay, okay.
Well,
Looks
you
like-
see that Ikna kind of like falls out of the water and you get shunted back into your body. And Ikna stops throwing up water.
Also, if a minute's passed, she's no longer being held.
Okay.
I don't know how long he was in Mindville, but
Well, you see that she drops to the ground. There's no water that gets animated in here. But
Good.
Kree, you kind of feel lightheaded after this vision you just had.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. I will explain to them that like what I saw. So like I saw a vision of a crystal ball
I'm gonna
or
clear it,
sphere.
so you have
Oh,
to come up with
what?
it. Yeah, I'm gonna let you describe it yourself.
Okay, there's a crystal sphere that broke, and once it broke, on the inside of it, I could see like a chaos storm around a lawful city. Like the city looks like it's upstanding in like a good place, but then the thing that's swirling around it is like a crazy storm mixed with like lightning and fire and all the elements. And then that's called limbo. Like that is the place of limbo. And this person of X took the gray stone and he went back in time and he found us here somehow. And that's why he's trying to stop whatever is happening down here. Because it happens in the future. He used the stone to go back to stop what happened his time from happening now. Like almost like a Terminator status, you know?
And somebody else is trying to stop him.
Yeah, so now we're kind of in the middle. It seems like X can't do anything based on this letter that we have from him.
So what? Someone needs a stone or something, and supposedly we have it or whatever. We ain't got no rocks.
Travis, can I use an Arcana check to remember more about this limbo place?
Yes. Go ahead and roll an Arcana.
Okay, and I will go ahead and use my soul knife power.
Can I assist him?
Sure. Well, we'll say that you were like describing the place as you saw it to give him advantage. So you can roll again if you want to, in case you get a higher number.
Higher than 18? Probably not.
Okay. Do you want to add anything to that roll?
Sure. I'll roll my, what is it? It is a D8. Yeah, I will add a D8 to it.
Okay. So 28. So Limbo is the realm of chaos, right? And there's not a whole lot of things that can live inside of Limbo. There are 2 known, like, for sure creatures that can live inside there. There are the Githzerai, which are like a sub-race of the Githyanki. So they are more focused on peace and order and creating like these cities in Limbo. The other is the Slod. So Slod can't actually live inside the unstoppable force of Limbo. So the spawning stone, this stone that got shunted into Limbo by Mechanus, created the Slod, and pieces of it broke off and created these moats of law, which have become cities. And that's where most of the Slod live. And in the center of those moats of law are shards from the spawning stone that allow access to and from Mechanus.
Okay.
Generally,
So,
it is a massive Modron protecting that shard.
So Mr. September will explain this in the most patronizing way possible, as he is often do. So as you see, really the most likely possibility for this gentleman named Axe is that he is most likely a Githzerai. So I guess we should keep our eyes open for a Githzerai. Do any of you have any questions?
What the fuck does the Githzerai look like?
He looks like a
man.
Githyanki. Actually, I haven't actually seen one, but because I used my psychic abilities, I have an image of one in my head. I wish I could just project it. Oh well, yeah, sort of lizard-like, but not really. Kind of rough around the edges.
Looks at turtle, looks at alligator.
No, nothing like a turtle or an alligator. Like they have hair and they often wear beards, and except for the women, they're not like dwarves that way.
In the Imperium, do you?
What is in the Imperium?
Or the Githzerai in the Imperium.
No. The Githyanki often harry the Imperium in the Astral Sea, which is separate from Wild Space. And they have their own... Well, the Githyanki have their own Astral Dominion, but that's not the Githzerai. Githzerai are on a different plane of existence entirely.
Regardless, to say the least, there is something interesting afoot.
So I feel like at some point during this adventure, we're gonna have gods that are gonna tell us not to do it. And according to X, we should not listen to them. Just something to bring up to you guys.
I'm gonna look at Visidian.
I don't even know what it is we're supposed to be doing or not doing. I'm just trying to get out of this undersea hell we found ourselves stuck in.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna be here a while.
Visidian. Is X the one that hired Lord Flynn?
He had a job for him, but I wasn't there when the deal was made.
Okay. Do you know where they met?
They met on the Rock of Brawl.
Okay.
For obvious reasons, I couldn't tag along.
Well, I guess that's the next place we go after we're done here, if we ever get out of here.
Sidian, what can you tell me about X?
He's
Who?
gonna give it to you.
Oh, gosh. Oh gosh. What did you ask?
I said, what can Sidian tell me about X?
Nothing. That's all he knows is that Flynn was hired for a job by X, but he wasn't there to see what the deal was. It just involved coming to get you. And he knew exactly where to come to get you.
I mean, it sounds strange, but if they are a time traveler, I guess, it might explain how they knew our ship would go down. If that makes sense. It's a lot.
No, that makes perfect sense. Imrian. Just
Here's my question. With all this timey-wimey bullshit that we're talking about, if they came back in time and we're supposed to do something, we don't do it, what happens? Or is by us not doing it going to end up in us doing it because we're trying to not do it?
You guys hear
But
from,
people-
like, out in the distance, outside the dome, like, not right next to you, hear that same... And outside you hear, like, scuttering. Like, outside your dome, you guys hear movement. And then...
Is the movement
freaky.
like... Oh, okay, so he's recalling them.
Well, that was disturbing.
The question is why?
Why would we do what?
Why is
would
he
we do or
recalling
not
them?
do?
What could he be recalling them for? You know what I mean?
Don't know. But I do know this: the Githyanki are generally, they're not all good, but they're not all bad, and generally they want what's best for order and for things to remain, let's say, livable. So I would be inclined to listen to a Githyanki and see what it is that they say about why they need us. I would be inclined to do as they request.
Well, hopefully that Coral Town has some air, huh?
Yes.
Three Eyes is angry, Koaat says.
Carl is speaking.
I guess we'll go back to bed. I mean, nothing I can do about Three Eyes being angry.
It sounds like a plan to me. Rest up, finish our march to wherever it is we're going, and hopefully get the hell out of here.
Yeah, it looks like, Okay, Koaat, don't worry about it, man. Koaat thinks we scared him.
Well, that's a relief.
Probably not in a good way.
You know, it's good to be the one to be frightened of, rather be the one that is being frightened. Although,
Dude, the thing's
you know,
bellowing from fucking miles away, and we can fucking feel it.
yeah, that is true.
I don't know why I need to be. Why? He needs to be scared. I'm fucking scared.
We're fine.
I'm a turtle. Like, I'm literally meant to be eaten.
Well, how do you think I feel? I'm poultry, apparently. Apparently, people eat my kind in some places. I've never heard of such a thing.
Yeah, some fried chicken is pretty good.
All right. So do you guys continue through the night?
Go back to sleep.
Yes, so.
All right. Koaat looks like in those little alcoves on these support structures in the dome, it looks like he climbs into it and then melds into the dead coral.
Oh.
And second watch goes. Third watch comes. Third watch goes. Fourth watch comes. Fourth watch goes. You guys don't hear any more bellowing. And you guys have gained the benefits of a long rest. So let me go ahead and apply that to y'all.
Boom, bam.
Thanks, Koaat.
Yeah. Anything I can do. Alright. So you guys are rested. Maybe a little bit sketched. What would you guys like to do?
Well, time to get up and head on out.
We need to be careful leaving. Really careful leaving.
Mr. September will collect his iron spikes out of the door and put them in his bag of holding.
Okay. Alright, so you guys collect your gear. Do you guys decide to open the door to exit the dome?
Well, if you can do that fancy thing to see him again, make sure there's not any of them creeping around. We should be good to go if the coast is clear.
I could. It takes up a lot of my resources.
Yeah, but if
How
there's
long-
20 of them out there waiting to ambush us, I think that'll take up more. If not all resources.
I feel like there's probably a trap right here. I bet we opened this door and there's something waiting.
Are there any windows?
No,
Okay.
there are no windows.
Well, I suppose I could just go out and investigate and see if there's anything amiss. You know, let the smallest one possible go out and risk his life to be absolutely sure the rest of you are safe.
That is the purpose.
That's
of
it's
scouting.
like the normal way of things.
September,
Yes.
you can connect mines?
Yes, I can.
Can you detect them?
No, I cannot.
Can you, Vasilian?
Not usually.
No.
I can.
I can only connect so many mines, which is all of you.
Well,
You want me to
actually,
move it?
I can't go out by myself because if I do, I'd be outside the air bubble. Never mind. I don't want to die.
That would be the easy way out.
Dying? Yes. And I imagine if I died like that apple exploded a few days ago, it would be relatively painless. Messy, but I'd be dead before I'd realized I was in pain.
I'm just gonna walk out.
Alright, you open up the door and you walk out. You start looking around. Nothing.
Yeah, I'll try and perceive anything.
Okay, roll me your perception.
Alright. I will guidance myself too if it is applicable.
Damn.
Natural 20?
Makes sense. So you start looking around like, better not be nothing out here. And you're not seeing any creatures, but towards the top of the dome, there looks to be like some sort of, like slime hanging off the top of the door.
Oh, of the door?
Yeah,
Okay.
like, not like on the door, but like on the, like the rock above the door frame.
Okay. I'll just shoot a solar flare at that area. I don't know.
Alright, you shoot a solar flare at it, and you
Yeah.
see it start to disappear. Like, just
Okay.
deteriorate away.
I think we're good, but there's some residue, and I'll just point it out, but I'm not gonna touch it.
Okay, so be careful around the residue. Got it.
Shall we?
Yes, Koaat. I think we're ready to go.
Alright, you see Koaat starting to take off. He doesn't move very fast, so you guys start following him, and it takes like an hour and a half, and then you guys realize where you are. You're in that same tunnel where those two dead coral men were.
The
So we
hell?
literally went the completely wrong way.
He knows the way that he came. He just doesn't know the way that you guys came. But yeah, the way that you guys came would have been a lot faster. But he didn't know, right? So he's just taking off. And he goes past the two dead coral men, takes a right, that goes further up the seamount.
Son of a
And as you guys start going,
We going back to the village that we were literally at before we ran all the way back over there to go to the place with the boat.
you guys ended up passing that along the way. That's what you guys started to recognize. You recognize, like, okay, this might not be... Like, you're viewing it at a different angle, so you're like, okay, this is familiar. And then you move past and you see the 2 dead bodies there, and you're like, this is where we just were. So, you guys move past those 2 dead bodies, you keep continuing further up the seamount, and you guys start to see more living coral around you. And you start to see more, like, slow-moving aquatic life, like slow-moving fish, more coral that has all of its polyps, so it's not just stark white coral, it's actually alive. So it's starting to look more and more like, you know, normal coral reefs that we would see. You guys continue moving forward, and I need everybody to roll me perception checks.
Can you roll for me, DM? I'm away from the computer.
Yep, no problem.
Thank you.
I rolled low for you. Alright, so... Cree, you're just following the kid. He knows where he's going. This looks like living coral stalks, so you're like, okay, we're getting closer. This feels like a much safer place now. Iron Star, you start to see some of the coral moving, like, further up ahead, where the top of the tunnel starts to widen up, like, get taller. And there's movement, like, more coral movement. It could be, like, some current coming down from the seamount, but it could be something else.
He just readies his gun, but just keeps quiet and keeps moving behind the kid.
Alright. You guys continue forward, and you guys hear a bunch of movement come up from the sides, like in the coral stalks. And whatever these things are, they look like more coral people, but they're much taller than Koaat. They're standing maybe 5.5, 6 feet tall, but they're like blended into the coral stalks themselves. And they're holding like this, looks like a rock, for lack of a better term, but you see like silt coming off of it. And you hear them almost like collectively start speaking.
We don't want any rocks. We're told to stay away from those kinds of things.
And as nobody says anything, because everybody's kind of like looking up, counting how many people there are, it looks to be about maybe 10 of them that are surrounding you guys. And you hear Koaat say that, for those who can understand it.
These are his people. Don't attack him. Don't attack him.
I suppose now is a good time to
Breaking up.
out the head of the Brine Dweller and just let it float to the ground.
Ah, yes. Show them the head so they know we're good.
Who has the head? Is it me? Do I have it?
Right, you guys start to see the like coral people lower their hands and drop the like silt ball or whatever the hell this stuff is.
You know, we don't want any rocks. We're told to stay away from those. Into the world or something, blah, blah, blah.
There's some kind of prophecy that we're a part of. We're called the Ripple One.
The Ripple ones.
Don't resist them, or they'll kill you.
Oh, that's always a very cheerful way of inviting people in.
Hey man,
Don't
I'm just
resist.
telling you what they said. No, no, man. No,
So you say,
they're kind of ridiculous.
agree, you are just full of sunshine today.
I don't know, man. This is ridiculous. You know what I mean? I've been down here forever. A bunch of bellowing and craziness. I don't know, man.
Well, you know,
Your Koaat
not
say
going
that.
to resist.
Of course, in your guys' heads, I'll tell you guys. He says that they don't trust us yet, but once we talk to the High Alkalite, they'll probably get more trustworthy of us. But for right now, they're gonna be really skittish. I
Worst
guess.
thing
I guess they have good reason. I mean, look at this place.
You see that they start climbing down from the living coral stalks, and some of them move behind you, some of them move ahead of you, but they do start to like take Koaat from you guys.
Only retainer.
I will allow.
Okay.
Are they on like some kind of horses, or are they just walking like normal, or like
They
do
don't-
they have any kind of animal?
They're walking. They literally
okay.
got just living coral, just like Koaat, and they're just walking.
Damn, it would have been cool if they had seahorses.
Yeah, or something. You know,
We could steal them.
fucking turtles. I don't think these guys killed Brine Dwellers that much, but
Yeah, but we do.
that guy right there, that guy in the orange coral, that one, he's talking about how we killed a Brine Dweller like it was a big deal.
Did you tell him how many we killed?
They think we're the reason that Three Eyes is really pissed off, and yeah.
Well, we apologize, but you know, living is kind of an important thing to everybody.
They want to kill us because we upset him. That's great.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see him try.
Yeah. You're just
Wouldn't
hearing
go
this
that
kind
well
of
for 'em.
talk, right? Because they're not like speaking telepathic; they're speaking in a language, but
Right, I'm just telepathically like giving them like what the fuck they're saying, kind of, and just kind of like, yeah, the one in the orange, like the orange coral in his head, that one.
well, these guys slowly start herding you guys further up the hill, and you see Koaat is talking to the one that's leading the hike, and I think with that we will end tonight's session because I think Mitch has to go.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right, good session, guys.
It's up to you. I've still got like 30 minutes.
Oh, cool. Okay,
I can
so yeah,
push
we
it.
can keep going if you guys would like to.
Yeah.
No.
All right, awesome. So I was just stopping because I thought we needed to.
Nah, it's all good. I'll just start packing up, so I'll be kind of good.
Okay. So these guys start herding you guys further and further up the seamount, and you guys start to see more and more like low bioluminescence in the coral around you. Like, it's not super bright like anything out of Avatar, but it's there and you can see it with plain eyes. And they all herd you guys into the mouth of this small cave. And the interior of this place is lit up way more than the outside of this place. It almost looks unintentionally beautiful because you just see a lot of blues and reds and orange and purples and green coral, like lighting up to the point where you guys don't need torches in here. But it looks like they've gone through quite a few measures to make sure that nobody spots this cave. They start leading you guys into one of these other alcoves, and there's like this light white haze in this cave, and it's actually warm. It's maybe because you guys have been dealing with 32-degree like regular cold just from being on the bottom of the seafloor. Here it's more like 60-70 degrees, so it's much more comfortable for you guys now. But you see that there are like crabs, like yeti crabs, hairy yeti crabs, if you guys have ever seen those, walking around. And you see some like living creatures like eating at the water. And these soldiers, a handful of them, stay here, and you see Koaat leave while you guys remain inside this room. And it feels like it takes maybe 15 minutes for Koaat to come back. And as you guys are waiting, you guys are kind of like looking for something to do because it's literally just standing there. And looking out from the hall inside this alcove, you're just seeing not a whole lot of people, not as many as you expect for a structure like this. Maybe 2 people pass during your 15 minutes here. So
who's going to speak for us when the would you speak for us, Gree, when the priest comes?
Well, as you know, I'm not the best talker with the whole lungs thing, but sure.
Well, I'm just saying I could telepathically be in touch with him in case we need to, sort of massage the situation. And maybe I could put you in as well. Well, 3 of us being in the same psychic circle, per se.
Conference call.
Yes. What do you think of that?
Yeah, that works for me.
Okay.
Hopefully
Since
we can
you've
just
been the
talk
one-
to them.
Agreed. Actually, you know what? I could probably put all 5 of us in touch with him and have a conversation together. I believe so.
Is there no language barrier for what you do?
That is a good question. Out of character. Psychic whispers.
I like your funny words, Magic Man.
Yeah, it doesn't look like you need to know the... We don't need to speak a common language to understand each other. Yeah, so...
Nice.
And it's a number of creatures equal to my proficiency bonus. So that would be
3.
3 people. So the 3 plus me. And we can stay connected for a number of hours, D8 number of hours, which I don't think is actually necessary, but, you know.
I was rolling for how much air you guys have because I forgot to roll the air dice.
We're gonna
3 hours. Why not?
of air, probably.
You guys got
So-
3d6 amount of air left. So the way that works is I had Shadow either last session or the session before roll a d6. He rolled a 5, so I rolled 5d6. If I rolled a 1 on any of them, they go away for the next round of air. So it'll be 3d6. If I roll a 1 on any of those, air goes away.
Understood.
What are you gonna do when we run out of air? End the campaign?
No, what are you gonna do when you run out of air? That's my question.
I have hold breath for an hour.
Yep, 1 whole hour. Okay.
Yeah.
So
What's the rest of us going to do?
I've got air bubbles.
Yeah, there's that.
If you don't get crushed by the sea.
We'd still have Obsidian's psychic protection, we just wouldn't have air.
That's a good point.
all right.
There we go.
So eventually Koaat comes back, and he's this little, like, maybe 3.5 foot creature, bringing back this very large coral man. He's maybe 8 feet tall. He's big. And you see him look over at all of you and says, that. For most of you guys, it doesn't mean anything.
Do people just call you Tan for short?
Could you ask him if we can connect to him? I mean, you can understand him voice-wise, but we cannot understand him directly.
Savolton, do you mind if we connect with you so my other party members can have a conversation with you as well? He wants to know what connect means. Psionically, like connect our brain, like our
Minds.
minds. Yeah.
If I may demonstrate. And I'll reach out with my mind to try to connect to him. And tell him just to accept it.
All
Alright,
you-
just accept.
Did you see that he's like gets panicked for a second, and then I'm sure you guys kind of like put your hands up, like it's okay, it's okay. And you hear a voice that says, "My name is High Acolyte Savolton.
Hi, Acolyte Savolton. Well, I am Mr. September. This is Ironstar, and this is Imran. Our friend here that speaks your language is Cree. It's nice to meet you.
It is good to meet you too. You came from the Ripple?
We came, yes, from above. We have had quite a time, and unfortunately we are running out of air and time. We were told you could help us with that, and we were also told that perhaps we could help you.
It was said by Sybil one would fall from the Ripple. We thought it was the ones before. but they are our curse. What makes you different from them?
Well, Ironstar, do you have that head by any chance?
Points to Kree.
Oh, Kree, you have the head. Could you just show it to him and give it as a gift?
I will show it to him, and then I will also say, we know X, if that means anything to you.
I do not know an X.
We managed to kill quite a number of these things, and from what I understand, they are troublesome for you.
They came from the structure that fell from the ripple. Dead they once were, and risen again.
By what?
We call it Three Eyes. We do not know its nature, but it lives in the brine depths.
Well, that doesn't sound good at all.
Has anyone ever stood to face it?
Our kind cannot enter the brine depths. The water is toxic and destroys the polyps from our bones.
I see. We breathe air, so we would not be in contact with the brine depths, with the waters of the brine depths. But we do need more air.
We do not have air here.
I was under the impression
kinda
that you had a
figures.
way of making it.
We do not. We have no need for air. We only survive on the chemicals given to us by the earth.
Well, air is a chemical given by the earth, but okay.
Is there any pockets of air nearby?
No.
Well, there, without air, we may die ourselves, and
Have you seen half of a boat laying around anywhere?
Sybil once believed another part of the boat fell into the brine depths.
We're going there anyway.
Where it is, we cannot say.
Well, looks like we know where we're going at least.
right.
Right back to where we were.
Oh. Do you have a means of travel that's fast?
Our eels were taken by Three Eyes many seasons ago. We cannot travel past walking.
Understood. Well, that limits things.
Are you going there to destroy Three Eyes?
I mean, if we can get what we need and get out without it and keep our lives, probably not, but if it gets on our case, we probably have to.
We really don't have a choice, do we?
You
You don't have
always
air.
have a choice.
The choice that we have is to stop exploring and die, in which case we may be raised as more of those things. Or go there and die because we don't have air. But we will...
You're
I don't
right,
see
that
any-
is not a choice.
You see.
So us dealing with this is mutually beneficial? I'm not sure you know what that means, but it helps us both. Can you offer us aid? In some way?
Not much. We have wardens who are familiar with the brine depths, but have never traversed it.
Do you have anybody perhaps that is familiar with the ripples?
No. Your kind
Okay.
never survives down here.
And for
That's
good
kind
reason.
of the issue we're facing.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to avoid.
If you are looking for the other part of the structure, it would appear your path is into the brine depths.
Well,
Just to backtrack a second, these creatures, and I'm going to prod the head that we have, are made from corpses.
Yes. They're creatures that came from the structure. They were dead once, and then Three Eyes revealed himself and called their bodies to the brine depths where they forever were changed. They have killed many of our people since.
Why? What beef did they have with you all?
They have no beef with us. We are but food to them, and they see us as only food.
we have very little air left. It has
Well,
been
looks
nice
like we
meeting
better
you.
get moving.
Whatever help you can give us now would be appreciated and would be on our way to the brine depths.
We have
I-
very few things to help. We recovered some items from the depths and some from the structure.
Very well.
Items, you say?
Very, very few.
I think neither of us groups really has a choice in this. You'll all be hunted down, and we will suffocate eventually.
If we
I do
find the
not
other
wish
pieces-
this for my people, but I do not know what I can do.
We
Here's
can
an
maybe
idea.
make use of the items.
Why don't we just come back after we get the helm, get the pieces, fix ours, come back, kill Three Eyes, and then we'll be on our merry way. All parties win.
I
Sooner we
am
actually manage to
satisfied
kill him.
with this.
We can't just let them suffer down here and just be hunted by Three Eyes for the rest of their life. Like, that's just not a good idea.
Agreed.
My people are dying. We would appreciate any help you can give us, and in return, we will give you any help we can give you.
Well, if nothing else, we'll kill more of those things. If we die trying, well, at least we'll take a few with us.
Agreed.
You see the High Acolyte start to speak. Alright. So that's what he says, and you see a few soldiers take off. How did you come to be here?
I think the best person to explain that would probably be Basidian. He's got amazing powers that keep us alive down here. Luckily, that's the only way we were able to live.
He is as
Basic-
strange as you.
Basically, we found ourselves on a ship.
What is
Which I
a
know.
ship?
I know it's a structure that flows
Like
above the ripple.
like a sky eel.
I understand.
Buoyancy operated aquatic transport device.
And we were attacked, and our ship was destroyed. And we fell down here. Luckily, we had somebody who could make an air bubble, which is what you see around us, keeping us alive. We went to look for more air and for a way back up. The only thing that we can think of is that perhaps the ship piece will have the parts that we need to go back into the ripple and be able to breathe again.
Pibble said one piece did fall into the brine depths.
Yes. And we did see the other piece, and unfortunately it did not have what we needed. So again, that's where we're going to be heading.
I understand. And you guys start to see some soldiers come in. You see that, like, one of them is carrying, like, a bunch of, like, really bright bioluminescent coral. Another one looks to be carrying, like a large flask. Another one's carrying, like, a bluish, like, organic sack. And another one's carrying a blue whip. Like a thick blue whip. Actually, I could drop this right into inventory here.
He said thick.
Alright, I dropped it into inventory, so in case anybody wants to take any of it, you guys can.
And if you look at party inventory again,
So you go
figure
to...
out what this does?
Yep, you go to the party sheet, and then click over to inventory.
that's right.
This is all we have. I will send 4 of my wardens to take you to the brine depths, but they cannot enter. They will die if they do.
Alright, sounds like a plan. What's this stuff do, anyways?
What are you referring to?
He points to the sack.
This, when eaten by my people, turns them into ink.
Okay, and what about the seaweed?
The seaweed
What does being
has...
ink
What? I missed it.
do? What does being ink do?
It
I imagine
prevents
it helps
creatures.
it hide.
It prevents creatures from attacking you. It also allows you to hide. The seaweed strand was imbued by Sybil. I do not know how it works, but I know those who are hit by it are slowed by its effects.
I see.
The flask creates water that is boiling hot, like in the center of our seamount.
That could be pretty useful.
And the coral just glows. Am I right in thinking that?
The coral just glows.
Alrighty.
Well, we will do what we can with this. Thank you very much. We do appreciate the help that you have provided, and I think we need to be on our way.
You see that he
Your
moves his
guidance.
head down. Please save us.
We'll see what we can do.
If we do not save you, we will surely die trying.
Oh!
Alright, you hear this high acolyte say things in a language that most of you don't understand. And you see one soldier takes off, and 4 soldiers come back after maybe 5 minutes. And they look thin compared to everything else. Like all the other coralmen. They just appear thinner, they appear a little bit faster, just more spry. These are my wardens. They will take you to the Brine depths as fast as they can. But as I said, they cannot come with you.
Fair enough.
Alright, then let's head out.
Yeah.
Thank you
Ladies
for
and
your
gentlemen.
honesty.
Thank you for helping us.
And thank you for bringing Koaat back to us.
He's a good kid.
I believe he is. Alright. And you see the wardens start leaving or moving towards the tunnel that you guys entered to.
Okay.
That went well.
Alright, and with that, we will end our session.
Yay!
Woo woo!
Good sesh. Wait.
Yes.
GG.
Yep, you guys got some
Heck yeah.
answers. A little bit of them, anyway.
We didn't get air though.
Yeah, tomato.
Dun, dun.
Son of a bitch.
Well, for anybody watching, I hope you guys had fun, and we will see you guys next week at 5 p.m. PST. Alright, bye-bye.
Peace.
Maybe.
Bye.